Hello. Hello, hello. Sorry I look like a homeless person. I look quite disheveled, you know, I need to do my hair. Yo, Barter, how's it going? Amethyst, hello, hello, welcome. Stooch, how's it going? Lars Batista, hello, hello. Good morning from Australia. Well, good evening, good night. Hope you're doing well. Emil, hello, hello. Ooh. Haven't even announced since a year back. Deleted project, haven't touched Unreal since. Ooh, spicy. General simple project that could be fun one to start again. That's a great question. How to get back into things. I guess it really depends on what you are interested in, you know? At work right now, secretly watching stream. Ooh, naughty. Naughty, naughty. Yeah, it depends what you know, what drives you. For me, I like to go deep on stupid things. Like, you know, doing a 3D fluid simulation of an entire world's weather/climate system. That's what I do for fun. And then I just happen to turn that into my job. But I mean, yeah, if you were getting back into Unreal, yeah, I don't know. It depends. You could do like a little VFX project. You could do like a little kind of something not including animations because then I have to animate. Ah, okay. Okay, well, a good a good approach might be to do something with like a slime or like a blob character where you can kind of do some like procedural, you know, animation using like a lag point. So you've got like the character, you know, animation using like a lag point. So you've got like the character and they have like a point in their material, you know, that gets basically like as they move, this point lags behind slightly and like, you know, overshoots and jiggles and whatever. And then you can put that into the material and apply like... You know what I'm saying? Which would kind of, you know, just make it look animated without having to like do any work. That could be one approach, you know. Or you could just like mess around with some VFX or, you know, something that just looks cool. Maybe do like a little like level or test scene just to kind of, you know, get back into what all the buttons do. What the button does do. Talk about jank anims while you're in dev? Yeah, true. Very true. G'day, g'day. And supporty, sup? Alright, let's just jump in. Where does Jumpus Inus? Also, did I... No, it is... Oh, it just resets every time. So confusing. Alright, we'll jump back in. I'll do a little bit of work before I start filming videos. Currently what I'm doing is... something. I'm doing something. That is for certain. Right, I was doing... Right, I was trying to implement proper boundary conditions for this stupid-ass wind simulation. So I've just got like a little barrier here. Actually, for those of you that don't know what the frick I've been up to, let me just set this back to where I was a little... Well, actually, I've literally got one called Simulation Backup, so maybe I'll just put that in the... It was this guy. I'll kill you. Oh, do I want to, though? Because that'll kill all the other ones, which will get rid of their data. Can I just change the core sim to the backup too? Okay, so what I was doing previously on Prismatica dev bullshit, I was just cocking around with fluid simulation stuff. 3D fluid sim. We're gonna simulate the whole world's weather using a fluid sim, basically. So this is kind of where it's at the moment. I don't know why it isn't... How many iterations? 8. Yep. Vorticity confinement, blah, 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 blah. Shweow. It's all schwing. It's all going swing. Right, and there was that weird bias. I think I fixed that bias, though, in this version. Yeah. But yeah, essentially, lots of silly things with defluids. That vorticity confinement stuff is fucking lifesaver. Alright, let me continue on. How's the project going? Project's going good. Project is going quite good. I'm taking it slow, you know, I'm not in a rush. I'm not... No deadlines, just kind of following my vibe. This is kind of where my vibe has taken me lately. Just making sure I have a good time. Having a good time. Swing. So yeah, we're going to kind of examine how to do stuff like this today, but in 2D. Kind of. Oh, you know, I might even go into the fluid sim side of things. Yo, CG, how's it going? The man himself. Is it bad practice to have multiple landscapes in one level? For example, multi-tier dungeon, would it be better to use meshes for everything? I would... For a dungeon, I'd probably just go with meshes for everything. For a dungeon, you know? Landscapes can be a little bit weird. And for a lot of, and any kind of, like, helper nodes, like, I think in PCG, or if you're using, you know, like the Niagara has some helper functions for, like, getting the landscape height. I think they can kind of get confused if you've got multiple landscapes. But yeah, I don't think it's like an issue. Maybe. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that looks dope. What if you could make a character from the last animation sample compatible with the simple move location node? So it turns the right way and chooses the right pose. Character... Oh, to make a character from the last animation compatible with the simple move to location node. So it turns the right way and chooses the right pose. I think it should work pretty much out of the box. You just need to make sure that the rotation rate on the character, like in the character component, character movement component, is set relatively low, and that the acceleration of the character in the character movement component is set low as well. Because yeah, something that like some people want their animations to look really, like, smooth and, you know, doing X, Y, Z and whatever. But at some point, you need to actually make the character movement, you know, have inertia and take a little while to turn around. So, like, an example of that is in this other stupid project that I'm dicking with. The Prismatica physical character movement system, also known as Pupukums. Just get this or Fellet. So, like, if you look at this character, oh, let me do this. And you can see that, like, this character looks animated, you know, pretty well, right? Like, they're running, and they're, you know, turning around and doing, like, turning things, and it looks quite realistic. It almost looks like the motion matching. Some people have asked me, like, oh, are you using motion matching for this one? But then you look at the animation blueprint, and it's like as simple as it can fucking get. It's literally just Well, aside, these are just all... these are all the same thing. This is just the same thing applied 3 times in a row. But it's literally just locomotion blend space. How do I click on it? Show me the damn thing. How do I actually... Well, anyway, it's just... How do I actually... Well, anyway, it's just... This. You know, and in blend space... You know, left, right, up, down, different speeds, different whatevers. Like, just the traditional shit. With a leaning... You know, leaning... Forward, backward, side, side. And then just a crouching additive for... You know, whatever. And then some, you know, jiggle put. So it's like as simple... It's as simple as an animation blueprint can be. But the reason it looks good is because the character movement has inertia. And, you know, takes a little while to accelerate. And then takes a little while to decelerate. So it actually has time to go through the, you know, the walking animation, through the jogging animation, up to the sprinting animation or whatever. And then just simple additives to do the leaning and whatnot. So what I'm trying to get at is that at some point the character needs to, you know, take a little while to turn around and to, you know, take a little while to reach full speed. Rotation rate is at -1 by default, so to the main, and it derives velocity from the trajectory, and that's what needs to be overridden. Not sure if that'll be enough. That should be enough? Oh, is the... Okay. Is something... Twitch stream keeps restarting. What the fuck? I mean, it's not saying that I'm... It says my... Let me just drop my bitrate. No, my internet's fine. Like, it says I'm not dropping any frames. Is it Twitch? Or maybe it's Restream? Maybe Restream is being stupid. Says the current session has gone for 0 seconds. Eh? Has gone for 0 seconds. And it says I have 0 viewers. What does that even mean? There's people talking in the chat. 0 viewers. You know, let me just do like a talking in the chat. Maybe I'll do a full restart of the 2.5 minutes now. Yeah, it's weird. Let me just do a full reset of. Maybe I'll log in and out of Restream just to make sure. Yeah, you know what? Just everyone stay put. Everyone chill. I can figure this out. I can do it. Real life is dropping frames, just that specific part of the world. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, BRB.